The Silver Ballerina, Part 1, Chapter 6. My eyes flew open. A pair of claws snatched me into the air. I screamed. I twisted away from them, but they held me too tightly. The world shrank beneath me. The wind whipped in my face. The trees sped by. My kidnapper rose, fell, and swerved. It spiraled downward and landed in a tree. It dropped me. I quickly pushed myself away. My breath caught in my throat. My kidnapper was a huge crow. It stared down its sharp, wicked beak at me with black, beady eyes. I didn't move. Eventually, it lost interest and flew away. I tried to stand. My legs were shaking badly. The nest had many black feathers caught in the twigs. Some were long and stiff, and others were small and soft. There was a collection of objects here as well. There was a pen, a nickel, a shiny button, a green glass marble, and a piece of metal that looked like it was part of something bigger. Blackbirds collected shiny things, and it just added me to the collection. I climbed up the side of the nest and looked out. There were trees in every direction, blocking my view everywhere I turned. I couldn't see my house, my yard, or anything recognizable. I collapsed. A sob burst from my throat. I beat my head with my fists. I couldn't make tears, but my breath came out in hard sobs as the weight of my situation sunk in. Stupid! 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 Forget getting caught. How was I supposed to get home? Why'd I have to be so careless? Stupid! I sat with my face buried in my knees long after my sobs quieted. After I calmed down, I came to my senses. I couldn't stay here. Whether I found my way home or not, I couldn't stay. I climbed up the nest again and looked down. It was far. It was very far. However, the bark was rugged and bumpy and had plenty of handholds, as long as I didn't slip or get caught by the bird again. I sucked in a deep breath and climbed out of the nest. I lowered myself onto the branch and got on my belly. Clutching it with my hands and knees, I crawled towards the tree trunk. Slowly, ever so slowly, I stretched my foot out and wedged it into the bark. I didn't slip. I grasped the bark and slid off the branch. Little by little, I made my way to the next branch. I stopped. I hadn't fallen. I hadn't gotten caught. I could do this. It was agonizing. I didn't have real muscles, and I couldn't get tired. However, my confidence and patience were fraying. I was terrified of the bird coming back and seeing me, and even more terrified of going faster. I paused and sat on a branch to gather myself. I checked my progress and sighed miserably. I was only halfway done. Well, there was no helping it. I started again. The bark broke. I slipped. Down the side of the tree I went, my hands grabbing at the bark. I hit a branch. I spun out and hit another. I dropped through the air, breaking leaves and twigs, and hit a root. I bounced off and landed in the grass. I groaned and pushed myself onto my shaking legs. I had no idea I could feel pain, but apparently I could if I was hit hard enough. At least I was out of the tree. Now I had to find my way home. If I could remember which direction the bird took me. I was standing on the rock. The bird grabbed me. I saw my house before it took off. I saw my window. Calm down, I told myself. Calm down. You got this. I paced the ground. The sun rose in the east and set in the west. When you stood with the east on your right and the west on your left, that was north. When you stood with the west on your right and the east on your left, that was south. My window faced south, which meant the bird flew south, which meant I had to go north. I looked at the sky. It was still morning. The sun was still in the east. That meant I had to go that way. I punched the air and took off running.